What's up, everybody? Going live like I said I would, although to disappoint, I'm really busy right now and I don't know how long I'll have because the Young Thug trial is actually still in session. They're on a break right now, but they're going to be back soon. But two guys just took plea deals, which is definitely news. I did a story yesterday on Quamarvius Nichols' plea deal, which I talked to Bruce Harvey. If you guys haven't checked it out, you should check it out. And then today it was Rodalius Ryan and Marquavius Huey. So I'm getting the clips posted on that, and I'm going to post some clips on TikTok. So honestly, I really don't have much time to talk. And as soon as the trial's back in session, it's gonna be going on here, and the sound and everything is going to drown me out. So yeah, I mean, Milagro was sued. It's really not surprising if you look at what's been going on. And I think what everyone should keep in mind is this is not a defamation lawsuit. There's not even a defamation claim in the lawsuit. What's really going to get her in trouble, and it looks like the lawsuit is really based on that IA sexually altered image that she put down. So, I did the story, was it yesterday, about Spyro saying that the LAPD does have the gun. And of course, in the end, I'm just trying to ignore it all because it's just so stupid and dumb. But somebody was like, well, how could Spyro know that? It's like, well, because he called the police department and asked. I mean, and especially somebody like him who's in the position he can do, if he calls the police department and asks that question, he can get through to people. We're at the point in society where if I call and ask that question, because I have to identify myself as a journalist ethically, because that's who I am, I would never get through to anyone because they would pass me through to their PIO and I would have to fill out some form and blah, 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 blah. But somebody like Spyro can get information like that. Yeah, he says the gun is with LAPD. The bullet fragments aren't there, but the gun is available for testing. And then he put that in his lawsuit too. And he's a much more credible lawyer than Crystal Morgan of Unite the People or whatever. So in the end, this is all just getting really, really silly. But obviously the lawsuit was news. I was going to sit down and actually read through all the details and put together a story on it, but then these YSL plea deals started happening, and I think those are a little more interesting, frankly, and and just timely news wise. I need to put something together on that, so I'm going to put something together for the newsletter on both items that'll have links to documents. But yeah, I kind of don't get the impression that a lot of people or the right people are taking this lawsuit seriously, because when I did the story on Spyro saying, no, I've confirmed with LAPD that they do have the gun, he told me he was going to be taking actions against bloggers, which pretty obviously meant being sued. But the way I was brought up in journalism, like when I worked at the Spokesman Review up in Spokane, a place that had standards, I was told by the editors that somebody threatening to sue somebody is not news. Like, it's not news until the lawsuit is actually filed. So, because the reason for that being that people will use threats of lawsuit, kind of use the newspaper as like a cease and desist letter, hoping that if they threaten a lawsuit and the newspaper prints it, then they won't actually have to file one because the people will stop. I'm not saying that's what happened here. I'm just talking in general. But obviously Spyro is not kidding around, because the next day they filed that, and here it is. So, and I don't think that's the kind of thing that they just pulled together in one day. They'd obviously been working on it for a while. So it's in the Southern District of Florida. I mean, there's nothing like immediate that's going to happen with it. And somebody says she's obsessed with MTS. Yeah, no, it's freaking weird. I mean, and just the ranting and raving and stuff. It's like, okay, guys, this is unhealthy. And I mean, Lanez's appeal, of course he's pursuing an appeal and he has his filing deadlines, but this one filing that he just did alleging that the gun is missing, I mean, it's kind of completely out of the blue. And it seems totally timed to the fact that like Meghann has like an album and documentary out, I mean, it's just transparent. And it's at the point where I don't really want to participate in it. And lucky for me, there's a bunch of other stuff going on. Like I said, this Young Thug trial is all the plea deals in that is heating up. We've got Little Dirk coming to LA soon in that. I need to read up on that. Michael Avenatti, my old friend Michael Avenatti, just got his sentence vacated. So I wrote about that. So I'm kind of focused more on that, and it kind of looks like YSL is going to be back in here in a second. I will try to find some time to do a better live later on, but frankly, I'm really busy. And I kind of reminded myself, like, I'm a writer at heart, and these YouTube lives, I think, just get really silly when people go on for like an hour and a half. And I mean, you make money off it kind of because of the Google ads, but if you're talking about like long-term product and what's actually helping people, I feel like I should spend time on written articles. And I think it'd be much more valuable to send something out to my mailing list tonight with like a summary of these 2 pleas that just happened in YSL and a summary of the lawsuit. So, and I want to have a life too. I don't want to just work 24/7. So I will try to get back on later on. I've only been live for like 5 minutes, but like I said, I think people frankly talk too much and don't actually do enough work. So yeah, I have a Substack, Danny, legalaffairsandtrials.com. I've got like 15,000 subscribers on there, but here, let me put it in the chat for you guys. But that's where I send everything out. Cause I mean, and I just actually wrote an article on, I talked to Bruce Harvey and wrote an article on the plea deal and his approach. And it was interesting because, I mean, he kind of pointedly said he made a point of not over litigating everything and freaking out about everything, which was pretty obviously talking about Max Shard and Brian Steele. But I think the plea deals that we're seeing are reflecting the seriousness of the case. I mean, the rhetoric on this is so weird, but I saw some stuff online saying, oh, they should get plea deals with minimal probation. And that, I'm just like, this is freaking fantasy land, dude. No, look at the, if you look at the charges on that, they are not getting minimal probation. Okay, it looks like the trial might actually just ended for the day, actually, which would be nice. I gotta go run some errands too. I got a really pointed message from somebody saying that I just really dropped the ball because I didn't go live over the weekend on the YSL trial. I'm like, you know what, dude? I'm not gonna go live just to spread rumors, But and also like it just takes up too much time. I want a life. I'm really much happier. Like I said, I think the mailing list, I think people benefit more and you have more shelf life from a printed article. So a little busy right now, but I will get back on there soon. So thanks. I'll see you guys later.